Hey, welcome to another episode of Story Time with Ms. B. Guess what? Today, we've done it on an earlier episode of Story Time with Ms. B, but we're gonna do it again because we had so much fun the last time. Bam! What happened first? What happens next? And what happens last? Well, how do we do that, Ms. B? We're gonna show you. So there's three pictures here in this row and this row. There's different stories, but you're right. I heard somebody said we have to read the directions, Miss B, and you're right because you can't just jump in if you don't know what you're doing. Use these, listen, and read. Let's see what it says. Write one, the number one, in the square to show what happened first. First thing that happens. Write two to show what happened next. And then write three to show what happened last. So let's look at our first row. We see a little girl, we see leaves, we see a picture of a tree with a bunch of leaves, a picture of a tree with no leaves. What happened first? What's the first thing you think will happen? Then what happens next? And then what happens last? Look at it real good. And I'm going to give you 5 seconds. 1 second, 2 seconds, 3 seconds, 4 seconds, 5 seconds. Bing! Okay, Miss B is going to write in number 1, number 2, and number 3, and what happened first, then what happened next, and then what happened last. Dee 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 dee. Dee 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 dee. Du 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 du. Ready? Bam! Right. This is what happened first, so I wrote a 1 in the box because there's a very full tree with a bunch of leaves that are flying off a little bit. And then after that, you see they're falling to the ground. So after that, the little girl says, "Oh, I'm going to rake the leaves that are falling off the tree." You see, almost all of the leaves are off the tree, so that happens second. And then last, after she puts them in a pile, she says, "Hey, I'm going to have some fun and play in the leaves that I just raked into this nice little pile here." Okay? You want to try another one? Let's try another one. Look at the picture. We have a little boy with a hat. The wind is blowing, and somehow his hat ends up on top of the house. I'm going to give you 5 seconds to look to see what happens first, what happens next, and then what happens last. Ready? 5 seconds, 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. Time's up. Okay, you got it? Here we go. Dee 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 dee. Dee 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 dee. Did did dun 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 dun. Ready? Bam! Oh, the little boy is walking to school with his backpack and his hat on his head. Oh, along comes the wind and whoosh, blows his hat off his head. And then what happened last? It ends up on the top of the roof. You want to try another one? Is that fun? You like it? Let's try another one. Same thing, but what do we say? Just because it's the same thing, don't assume that you have the same directions. It's always good to read the directions, my busy bees. First, next, last. Write 1 in the square to show what happened first. Write 2 to show what happened next. Write 3 to show what happened last. Got it? Okay, let's look at this one. Oh, look at the little girl and probably her grandmother. Oh my goodness, it involves a box. Looks like maybe a gift or something. Let's see what happens. First, next, and last. Give you 5 seconds. Ready? We're on this row right here. 5 seconds for you. Ba-da-da-dum. 4 seconds more. Da-dee-da-ba-ba-ba. 3 seconds. 2 seconds. And there's just one more. Time's up. Miss B is having fun with you today. Okay, you ready? Go. Ba-dee-da-da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da. Da-da-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee. Dee dee doo 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 doo. Time's up. Bam! Ready? Okay. So, the first thing that happens, the little girl is wrapping the present in a box. See, she has the tape and she's tying it in a nice little bow. And then the second thing, she brings it to her grandmother, and her grandmother's like, "Oh, my darling little granddaughter has brought me a present." And then the last thing that happens, she opens it up and she's so happy. It looks like it could be a flower pot. And the little girl's like, "I hope my grandma likes it." Okay, here's our last one. Here's our last one. Here's our last one. Look at this baby. Oh my goodness, he's eating. What is he eating? Looks like spaghetti and meatballs. Ha ha! What happens first? What happens second? And what happened last? First, next, and last is what our paper says. You ready? I'm gonna give you 5 seconds to figure out, 4 seconds to figure out, 3 seconds to figure out, 2 seconds, and then there's one, and then there's none. Ha ha! You ready? Go! Ba-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee. Dee-dee-dee-dee-dee. Dee 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 boom boom bam. It's good to have fun. I mean, how else are you gonna learn if you don't have fun? But we're still learning, right? Right. So the first, what happened first? Oh, look at the baby. He's all nice and clean and nice and neat. Oh, he looks like he's ready to eat because he has his bib on. Number 2. I got a meatball. Spaghetti. Woo! Thank you, Mommy. He looks like he's getting ready to eat it and have a good lunch. But look what happens in the third picture. There's spaghetti and meatballs all over the place. So you get it? What happened first? What happened second? What happened last? First, next, and last. All right? So here was our first one. I'll give you a moment to look at that. That was our first page. And here is our second page we did. Okay? So that's all the time we have today. Remember, these develop our reading skills because when you start reading, you may have to retell a story. Your teacher may want you to tell it to somebody who might not have heard the story. And you'll have to tell, well, what happened first? And then what happened next? And then what happened last? So, yes, we are here on Story Time with Ms. B developing... oh, what's that? You want to do one more? I'm here to help. This is our last one. This is our very last one. What happened first? What happened next? What happened last? Write 1 in the square to show what happened first. Write 2 to show what happened next. Write 3 to show what happened last. So you wanted one more try. Okay? Look at the first row with this doggy. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time's up. Bing! Ba-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee. Dee-dee-dee-dee-dee. Dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee. Bop, ba-da, bop, 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 ba. Uh-oh, wait a minute. Miss B got her squares mixed up. Miss B got her squares mixed up. I want to be able to tell you the right one. There we go. Ah, yeah. Woo! Now we're ready. Bam! Miss B had it mixed up. I was going too fast. And that's why you use a pencil, so that you can erase if you made a mistake and always check your work. So the first thing that happens, the dog is like, huh? I see a shoe. I wonder if I can play with it, you know? Number 2, what does he do? Bam, bam, bam. He is playing with that shoe, rolling around and having a good old time. And then look at the last one. He said, oh, I'm finished playing. I'm going to take my nap now. But look at the shoe. Isn't that crazy? He chewed that shoe up. He was having such a good time. Okay, here's our last one. Oh, I think you're going to get this one. And after that, we did 3 pages. This will be our 3rd page of first, next, and last. And it's going to help you, boys and girls. It's going to help you with your reading skills. I promise. Right? Look at the snowman. Look at the snowman. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Bam. Ready? Oh, you're gonna get this one. You're gonna get it. You're gonna get it. Da 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 ba 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 dee. Da 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 da. Look at me. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bam bam bam. What do we have here? We have a snowman that you just built all nice and beautiful, and the buttons and the mittens and the nose and the mouth and eyes and hat. Oh my goodness, what is happening here? The sun is coming out to melt me. I'm melting, said the snowman. He doesn't look, he's smiling here, but he's losing his smile here. And then here comes the sun. Doo-doo-doo-doo. The sun is out. It melts the snowman. That's right. He's big here. And then the sun is coming out here. He's melting. And then he's almost melted here. 1, 2, 3. Okay? One more time. Let's show what we got here before our time. Our time is almost up. This was our first page. First, next, last. This was our second page. First, next, last. And then you said, Miss B, can we please do one more page of first, next, and last? And I heard you. I heard you through the Miss B airwaves. I heard you. We had this page, so we had 3 pages. We worked really hard on first, next, and last. Give yourselves a round of applause. Beautiful. Beautiful. That's all the time we have for today, boys and girls. Thank you for joining me today with your Busy Bee antennas. And we will get together next time with more cool stories and more reading skills on Story Time with Miss B. Continue to keep learning, keep smiling, keep listening, keep watching, using your Busy Bee antennas. If you see something going on or if you need some help, don't be afraid to raise your hand and ask for help. All right? All right. All right, all right, all right. See you next time. Love you. Take care. Bye-bye.